Hello and welcome to Schools Class Days, a series where we take a look at all the Schools Class locomotives that make it into preservation in my AU. Today's the episode on Harrow. And that's it. Yeah, Harrow is the least interesting one out of the 9 survivors. I mean, he doesn't have nothing special in himself. Like, look, Eton is the first of the class built, Wellington is preserved on the North Western Railway, St. Paul's is the pride engine of the International Rail Tour Company, Cheltenham is the most well-known preserved schools class, Repton went to America, Shrewsbury is the only girl, Clifton is My Train Sona, and Stowe is the record holder. What does Harrow have? Nothing. But it's Schools Class Day series. I just had to do this, so this is complete history of Harrow. Harrow was built in 1933 at Eastleigh Works of the Southern Railway and given the number 919. Unlike most of his siblings, Harrow is allocated to Brighton Shed on the south coast. At first, he had a difficult time out there. The ex-LBSCR engines not so fond of the Southwesterner running on their lines. Plus, Harrow is quite cowardly goat type. He's always unsure about his actions and prefers to solve problems by word, not by actions. But throughout the time, when more engines from Southwestern region arrived, and with help of some LBSCR engines that friendly to him from the start, including an H2 Atlantic number 423 The Needles, otherwise known as Olivia, Harrow managed to get through, and everything went smoothly for him. And then, 1948. After British Railways formed in 1948, Harrow was painted into BR black livery and given the number 30919. In the late 50s, Harrow is repainted, this time in BR Brunswick green, which surprisingly he's really like. Harrow is withdrawn in 1961 and put aside in a scrap line on an old siding near the Brighton Shed. So, is this the end? Absolutely not. Harrow Private Railway is the small seaside heritage railway formed in the 60s. The main purpose of that railway? Well, nothing different from any other heritage railway. Preserve as many steam engines as possible. As the name suggests, Harrow is one of these engines. Harrow is given a fictional BR Brunswick green with white lining instead of orange and a late BR crest, the feature that he never receives in his service. In 1994, the year of the Grand Steam Gala, Harrow went to the Dawnsbourne Railway, where he meets the railway's flagship engine, a Castle class number 5071 Spitfire. From that day on, Harrow knows what love from the first sight is. But his mind changed a bit when he found out what a real character Spitfire is. She's quite cocky and boastful and full of herself. One day, Harrow finally decides to confess his feelings to Spitfire. But she just laughed at him and called him pathetic and even started bullying him. And at one point, Harrow lost it and told her everything he really thought of her. Yes, from the two of us, someone is pathetic. But that's definitely not me. Spitfire fall into depression after that talk from Harrow. A few days later, he decided to apologize to her and find out that his words actually affected really well. From that day on, Spitfire tried to be more polite, friendly and feminine, so to speak. As for her and Harrow's relationship, well, let's just say happy ever after. And that's Harrow the Coward. Wow, this took longer than expected. Nothing much I can say really. And the next episode will be on Shrewsbury, so stay tuned for that. Goodbye.